Hello, and welcome to today's session on design thinking as a method to reinforce critical analysis in the learning experience. Educators should aspire to embed qualities of lifelong learning in their students that are applicable to real-world situations, by creating an environment where young learners are challenged to explore the connection between theoretical concepts and practical applications. In turn, educators are increasingly integrating design thinking approaches in an attempt to address future workforce needs. The concept of design thinking is especially useful in project work where students learn to be resourceful, collaborative problem solvers. This is not only beneficial in making learning personalized in the classroom, it is also an asset for future employability, as employers are looking for candidates who can solve problems and think critically. Let's discuss how the design thinking model helps learners. First and foremost, it is a method based on practical, creative action. It promotes teamwork and critical thinking in order to arrive at new solutions to design problems. These solutions happen through process-based learning. In effect, design thinking promotes creativity and curiosity, traits which are demonstrated through serious, thought-provoking play. In a design project, students learn how to work in teams, ask effective questions, and look closely at obstacles they may encounter. Design thinking can have up to 7 stages of implementation, including definition, research, ideation, prototypes, choice, implementation, learning. Let's take a look at an example. Imagine students are going to do a project on leisure activities. First, students need to define a need. In the next stage of the process, which is research, students create a survey to see what kind of leisure activities their audience, the final user, may like. They ask the potential users their questions and then make use of the responses given in their eventual design of the new leisure activity, that is, the end product. Here, teachers try to motivate their learners to develop empathy with their end users so that they are able to understand their particular needs and expectations. In fact, the survey is intended to encourage learners to analyze the answers from someone else's point of view. This enables students to understand new perspectives rather than focus entirely on their own personal ideas. The data collected is then used to develop the design of their final product. At the ideation phase of the process, the learners try and generate a variety of possible solutions from the information collected. Students are then tasked with coming to a consensus and deciding on the best solution. Teachers then provide their learners with a variety of materials to use in the creation of their prototype. A great deal of thinking and collaboration goes into the building of the product as students try out many options as they go over what they feel is working well and what might need adjustment. In the choice stage, the whole concept of discussing possible options, reflecting on how to make things work, and collaborating together are skills that can be applied to real-life situations. Students then test their design to determine feasibility for future implementation. In theory, by internalizing the process, learners should feel empowered to be able to spot problems and solve them to complete the learning process. In essence, the design thinking process is flexible and highlights collaboration between the designers and end users. The focus is on developing ideas and bringing them to life based on real users' preferences and feelings. Design thinking deals with complex problems by empathizing and understanding the user's needs, defining and reframing the problem in a holistic way, ideating and formulating many ideas in brainstorming sessions, prototyping and adopting a practical, hands-on approach to the product, testing and developing a prototype, and finding an appropriate solution to the problem. And that brings us to the end of today's session on design thinking. If you would like to explore more on any of the topics discussed, click on the links provided at the end of this unit. As always, remember to observe what is happening in your classes and be a reflective practitioner.